order for us to grow, we have to walk into that wilderness season. And when I say wilderness, wilderness has to happen by ourselves. And sometimes the wilderness is out here in the wilderness and you're alone. And then sometimes it's diving off of that diving board and jumping. You have to do it in order to grow.
Hey guys, welcome back. Welcome back. So the last 2 weeks with this series, kind of just giving you a recap, I talked about my personal challenge, and then I moved on to I guess talking to some individuals specifically in the field of education. And I want to end here, and again, I can go further, but I wanted to end here, and I'm going to try my best to bring my voice down a little bit, because this is serious, you all. This is serious, and so I kind of want to talk about that achievement gap. And let's just keep it real. Let's just keep it real. It's not getting any better. In fact, it's getting worse. So we can all point fingers to that person. We can always point fingers to that person. But at the end of the day, all of our eyes should be focused on those children. All of our eyes should be focused on those children. Really quickly, I want to talk about an organization that is very near and dear to my heart. It is an organization that my parents started about 8 years ago, and it's called the RAM Foundation. The RAM Foundation is a program that addresses the academic, social, and wellness needs of underserved children in underserved communities. And very often, society would look at those children that come from those wonderful families, and very often they will already give them a doom and gloom story, and it's very unfair. And the RAM Foundation says, no way, no way. So the RAM Foundation, and I'm very much a part of it. Again, it's actually about to enter its 9th year, to God be the glory, and the program operates 6 weeks out of the summer, and it's absolutely free. How about that? It is absolutely free. The children pay a one-time registration fee, but the entire summer is absolutely free. And one may question, well, why in the world would they do that? And my response is, why in the world would we not? Going back to the achievement gap, if there aren't any programs out there that serves these beautiful, beautiful, brilliant, unsung minds, that achievement gap is going to continue to widen. It is going to continue to widen. I'm going to tell you, most of the parents in the RAM Foundation are gainfully employed, but they are overworked and underpaid. And I have to tell you, I have 2 children, as I've mentioned before. Summer camp would be a financial burden for me. It would be a financial burden for me, but somehow I'm able to make certain sacrifices financially at home where I'm blessed to put them in this program and put them in that program. But what about those parents who literally go to work every single day? Every single day, gainfully employed, work very, very hard. You all, as a matter of fact, this happened last night. Had a conversation. As you can see, I've moved into my new home. I am so blessed and I'm so grateful to be here. And I had some gentlemen in my home last night who they were putting my piano together. And it was 7:30 at night. And I asked the gentleman, I said, what time do you start work? He said 5 a.m. No, he doesn't get up at 5 a.m. He has to be on his job, clocked in at 5 a.m. And he's in my home at 7:30 at night. So we're talking about, how many hours is that? What, you guys, is it 14 hours? Could you imagine you working 14 hours a day and you still can't afford to send your child to a summer camp? You still cannot afford to send your child to a summer camp. So this is the thing. And I asked him, I said, well, why in the world do you work so hard? Although I'm very grateful to you, why do you work so hard? And you know what he said? He said, ma'am, my children have to eat. My children have to eat. I work 14 hours a day because my children have to eat. And this gentleman still cannot afford to send his child to a summer camp. This gentleman still cannot afford academic tutoring during the school year. So guess what, you all? The achievement gap is widening. Thank you, Ram Foundation. Thank you, Ram Foundation, for opening up your doors every single summer for the last 8 years and charging absolutely nothing. Nothing. And so this is an appeal to any other organizations out there. If you are a faith-based organization, make sure that your mission is for purpose and not for profit. For purpose. For purpose. And so to any other organization out there, think about what you're providing, who you're providing it for. Now, again, we are currently new into our school year. And I don't know who I'm talking to out there, but this is just so near and dear to my heart, you guys. And we cannot continue to talk about the achievement gap if we're truly not going to do anything about it. Let's keep it real. Yo, I'm telling you, the achievement gap is not getting better. It is not getting better. So if you are in the schoolhouse every single day, make sure that the children see a smile on your face other than the Friday afternoon when you're waving them goodbye. When you see them on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, make sure that they see a smile on your face there. It needs to be a welcome environment, a welcoming environment. And let's begin to have more intimate, personal relationships with our students. Get to know them. Don't judge them. Don't judge their homes. Don't judge where they come from. If they have a disability, my very own baby, my daughter, Caroline, born with a lifelong disability. Don't judge her capabilities. Don't judge these children. Don't judge their families. And I have to tell you, my husband is an active duty service member, and he's gone often. But somehow, society views my home differently than a home where the father is in and out of prison. And that's just not fair. The instability is still the same. The instability is still the same. In and out of the home. It's just that my husband is an active duty service member. And so because of that societal judgment, those children are treated differently. Somehow my children may be treated better. And that's just not fair. You all, let's begin to take the achievement gap seriously. Let's do something. And one of the ways of doing it is authentic living. Yes, I'm bringing it back to authentic living, because if you are in the field of education authentically, you'll feel me. You'll feel where I'm coming from with this. Your heart won't allow you to ignore it. If you are truly doing this and following the calling of Jesus Christ, because I'm telling you, if you're standing in front of in that schoolhouse every single day, it is a calling from Jesus Christ. So yes, one of the first ways to do it is tap into that authentic spirit. And if you find that authentic spirit is telling you, you need to be doing something else because you're doing a disservice to these babies, be obedient to that authentic spirit. Let's start there. Because guess what? The universe is craving more authenticity. The universe is craving for us to live our lives authentically. Authentically. So, let's give the universe more of what it is craving. And that is authenticity, and that is love. Y'all, it's been fun talking about this subject, and I know I had to go there. I know I had to go deep with it. But that's just me living authentically. Authentically. So if you have any questions, hit me up. Write a comment here. You can also find your girl on Instagram. You can find me on Twitter. And you can also find your girl on Facebook at The More Movement. I'll see you next week.